Danger Zone 1, Episode 2. A Crooked Case? Protect the Criminal.
Gee, Madison, I wonder what the chief wants to see us about.
Hopefully it's a better assignment than the last one we got saddled with. 2 days on a stakeout that led nowhere isn't my idea of productive police work.
Reena Saffron, reporting for duty, Chief.
Come on, Chief. Tell me you've got a real case for us this time.
Believe me, as real as it gets. Officer Wynter, Officer Saffron, we have a delicate situation on our hands. How familiar are you with the ongoing Dradio investigation?
Lynn Dradio, head of the Dradio crime organization. She's as dirty as they come. Drug trafficking, illegal gambling, protection rackets, money laundering, murder. The list goes on. Yet, despite it all, we've never been able to convict her.
Hold on, why not? If the police know all of this, then...
They're only allegations until proven otherwise in a court of law. Even when we've had sufficient evidence, Dradio has an ironclad defense team with the best lawyers money can buy. Every time we get close to pinning something on her, she brings in forensic accountants, law professors, former police officers. Some of them bought and paid for. It's a legal nightmare for the prosecution. Dradio's people simply chisel away at our evidence, always finding some loophole or tactic to undermine anything we present in court.
No one can be that deep in it and stay untouchable forever. Eventually, she'll slip up.
Fortunately, that opportunity may have just presented itself. 3 days ago, we were contacted by a man named Lance Traft. He has a prior police record and served some time after pulling off a series of high-profile robberies several years back.
This the same Traft who was responsible for the Ventor Museum heist?
The very same. He was released from prison 6 months ago, but old habits die hard. Traft decided to pick up where he left off, but this time he stole from the wrong person.
Don't tell me. Dradio?
He broke into her penthouse apartment and ended up making off with a collection of antique jewelry, rare art, and assorted valuables worth millions.
Did Dradio report the theft?
No, Traft himself admitted to the crime and gave us a sworn affidavit.
Why would he do that?
Dradio discovered Traft was responsible for the robbery, and now she's after him. She's known for her ruthlessness, and that has Traft running scared. So much so that he turned himself in. He's requesting police protection in return for information he claims will put Dradio behind bars for a very long time.
But will this evidence stick in court?
According to Traft's affidavit, he hacked into Dradio's private servers before pulling off the heist at her penthouse. He says he accessed and downloaded enough incriminating evidence to blow her entire criminal operation wide open.
And if he's lying, Traft could be playing us just to get protection.
It's a possibility. But if there's even the slightest chance that he's telling the truth, we can't afford to squander this opportunity.
Did he give us anything yet?
Traft supplied us with a few names and some possible locations of interest, but nothing concrete. He demands that we get him to a safe house before handing over everything.
And let me guess, we're the ones escorting him there?
That's right. You and Officer Saffron will be accompanying him to a secure location not far from here.
But, Chief, wouldn't the police department itself be the most secure location there is?
Traft believes, with Dradio's deep connections, that the department could potentially be compromised. So we've set up a safe house only a select few know about. Coordinates have been sent to your IDAX. You'll find Traft in the holding area, waiting for transport.
Understood.
We'll do our best, Chief.
Good luck on your assignment.
My dear, how much longer do I have to sit here in this abysmally dull waiting area? This is all becoming very tiresome.
Mr. Traft, the officer should be arriving soon. We're short-handed at the moment.
Ah, what an age we live in, where even the Pallad City Police are underfunded and overworked. How does an intelligent, attractive young officer such as yourself even begin to manage such an overwhelming burden?
Oh, well, I don't really. I mean, I just try to get by, I guess.
Don't we all? That's a very flattering uniform, by the way. It really conforms to your figure quite nicely.
Thanks. I think. Maybe I should go. There's a bunch of paperwork that needs filing.
Oh, now, don't be shy. It's simply the truth. Not everyone is fortunate enough to be so, well, endowed. By the way, darling, call me Lance.
That's some silver tongue you've got there, Traft. Where'd you steal it from?
Hi, Sera.
I'm glad to see you two.
Ah, and who might these fine officers be?
I'm Reena Saffron, and this is Madison Wynter.
We're the ones who were given the sorry task of making sure you get to the safe house intact. So keep your mouth shut, and I won't toss you out on the street before we get there. I hear some pretty nasty people are looking for you.
No need for threats. Officer Wynter, I'll behave myself. You have my word of honor.
Honor from a thief? That'll be the day.
Madison, I'll be returning to dispatch. I can contact you if anything comes up.
Sounds good, Sera. As for you, Traft, move it. We've got places to be.
Aye, aye. Let us be off then. I look forward to leaving the confines of this drab building. The decor here leaves much to be desired.
Sorry the department wasn't up to your standards. I didn't think criminals had any.
Ah, so this is the Pallad City Police Department's garage. I've always admired the hyper-interceptors. Far better vehicles than the cruisers they use in Old Metro.
Yeah, I think so too.
My, what does this do? Is it some kind of bracelet?
Madison, he just stole your IDAC.
What in the... How'd you get that off my wrist?
Swift hands are a tool of the trade, my dear.
Give me that!
All yours. I don't think I could get much for it anyway. What is it? A communicator of some sort?
Yeah, it links us to the PCPD dispatch and provides real-time info when we need it. Every officer uses an IDAC.
IDAC? Strange name.
It stands for Intel and Data Aid Communicator.
Why don't you just tell him the access codes too while you're at it, rookie? Get in the back, Traft.
Impressive. I've never seen a customized police cruiser before.
Isn't it amazing? Madison has the best interceptor ever.
Stow it, rookie. This isn't a school field trip. Now get in.
How long will it take us to get to the safe house?
Not fast enough.
15 minutes at most.
What is it, Sergio?
Our tip-off was right, Miss Dradio. I'm outside the police department and have eyes on Traft. He's in the back of a police car. Looks like they're heading south. Probably taking him someplace secure. It's going to be difficult to get the bastard if they toss him in a safe house.
Then make sure they don't. I have a lead on another of Traft's hideouts, but in case that falls through, we'll need him alive.
You got it, boss.
Anyone ever tell you you're quite the reckless driver, Miss Wynter?
Better than a backseat driver. Now pipe down!
So, Mr. Traft, what happened to all the stuff you stole from Dradio?
She already recovered all of it. Her men tracked down my hideouts, looted them, and torched them to the ground when they were done. Fortunately, I've been able to stay a step ahead of her hired muscle, but just barely. Only so many places left to run. A determined individual, this Dradio. I've stolen from many people, but never one so utterly relentless.
Yeah. Dradio seems to be spending an awful lot of time coming after you. Especially when she's so busy running a criminal empire.
It seems there's no greater fury than that of a vengeful woman.
Word on the streets that Dradio acquired the Dromore egg a few years back. Some say it was one of her prized possessions.
An egg? Who keeps an egg?
Not a real egg. A solid gold, diamond-studded antique. What's the story, Traft? Isn't it supposed to be close to 300 years old?
You know what they say about rumors.
That'd be some prize for a thief to steal. Losing something that valuable would be sure to piss off any owner. Probably enough to spend quite a bit of resources tracking down the culprit.
Ugh, you make it sound like she bought the egg legally. Dradio got it from a black market auction. She deserved to have it taken from her.
So you did steal it. Was that one of the items she recovered from you? Or did you store the egg someplace special? Maybe saving it for early retirement?
No comment. You officers ask far too many questions.
Just don't think a thief like you is getting off scot-free, no matter what plea bargain you make, Traft.
Now, we're all on the same side here, and there's no reason to be so informal. Call me Lance.
In your dreams.
It's an incoming call from Sera.
Patch it through.
Interceptor 03. What's your current location?
We're on the Zedwin Highway, about 10 minutes from our destination.
Understood. Please let us know when you arrive.
Got it.
10 minutes, you say? Delightful.
Ugh, can this van in front of us go any slower?
That's weird. Their back door's opening. Madison, do you see what I'm seeing?
Gruesome-looking fella. What's he holding? Is that a rocket launcher?
Shit! An RPG! This is gonna be close. Hold on!
Madison, look out! Whoa, it just missed us.
I think that took 5 years off my life.
Doesn't look like anyone behind us was hit.
Good. Now, take care of this bastard in the van.
Madison, look out! Another car's speeding next to us!
It's a bloody assault rifle!
Get down!
Whoa! What happened?
Pretty sure they shot out the tire. We're not going anywhere now.
The van and that car are both getting away.
Traft, you still alive back there?
Madison. He's gone. The back door's open.
What?
Stop! Hey, come back here! Help! Someone help!
What's that all about?
Let's check it out.
Did you see that car race by? It looked like Traft was driving.
Son of a...
Police! Some maniac just jumped in front of my car! The second I slam on the brakes, he opens my door, drags me out, jumps in and takes off like a bat out of hell!
Great. How could this day get any worse?
Home sweet home. Time to gather the rest of the goods and get out of town before...
Hello, Mr. Traft.
Dradio! Impossible.
We've been expecting you, haven't we, Sergio?
Sure have. And the boss does not like waiting.
How'd you find this place? No one else knew about it!
My people are very thorough. If anything happens in Pallad City, I find out about it. Stealing from me was a terrible mistake. And worse yet, I had to follow you here, to a condemned factory. All this dust isn't good for my complexion, you know.
Next time I'll have my maid sweep up a bit.
Honestly, I imagined your taste in hideouts to be a bit more refined. At least, judging by the fine selection of valuables you took from me. I suppose you really are just a common thief, Mr. Traft.
Hey now, I'm certain we can come to some mutually beneficial agreement. By the way, call me Lance.
I don't see that happening, Mr. Traft.
To clarify, are you talking about the agreement or calling me Lance? Just want to be clear.
Sergio, escort our friend here to the car. Let's take him somewhere more comfortable. And, Sergio, don't feel the need to be gentle with him. Mr. Traft looks to be more resilient than many of the priceless heirlooms he steals.
Time for a ride, comrade.
Hey! Get off me, you big ape!
Don't make me get rough. I would hate to break a few bones before the fun begins.
Good thing you had a spare tire, Madison. But how are we gonna find Traft now? We can't just drive around the city hoping to run into him.
Obviously. That's why I'm driving to exactly where he is. Look at the map on the cruiser's vid screen.
We're almost on him. Hey, wait. How do you know where he is?
Traft's not the only one with fast hands. Remember when he swiped my IDAC?
Yeah?
When I took it back from him, I planted a microtransponder in his pocket. I figured the slimy creep would try something. Now we can keep track of him like a runaway dog.
Whoa, you're sneaky.
I guess you could say that. When you deal with opportunistic scum, you always need to think smarter than they do.
Take a seat, my friend. You're not going anywhere.
You talk about my tastes? Dradio, darling, this warehouse of yours isn't exactly a luxury suite.
Be thankful you're still alive, Mr. Traft. My hired help can get a little overzealous, as you witnessed on the highway.
Sorry, boss. Old habits from the motherland. But I swear, the rocket would have only disabled the car. I never intended to kill him.
Lucky for you, Dradio. If this ruffian here had killed me, you'd never discover where I hid the Dromore egg.
No, I don't think that should be a problem anymore. We took a peek around that last hideout of yours, and look what we found inside.
The egg!
Yes, restored to its rightful owner. Truly a thing of beauty, isn't it? See how it gleams when the light hits it just right?
If you already got the egg back, then why bring me here? You could have already killed me and been done with it.
Oh no, Mr. Traft. I fully intend to make this a long, drawn-out, and painful process. That way, I can savor every moment. Apparently, I need to send a message about how unhealthy it is to steal from Lynn Dradio.
Let's see if you can send that message from prison. Now freeze! Hands in the air!
You're all busted.
Get out of here, boss. I'll handle this PCPD swine.
Madison, Dradio's running.
Get after her!
On it.
No, you don't.
Look out! He's armed!
Ugh. Damn you!
I told you not to move. Hands behind your back.
Personally, I would have aimed for the head, not his leg.
Traft, shut up. Sera, this is Wynter. Over.
I read you, Officer Wynter. What's your status?
Send backup and a medic for an injured perp. Gunshot wound.
Understood. Sending officers and an ambulance to your IDAC coordinates.
Wynter out.
You police really are a tricky lot. I don't know how you discovered where they took me, but I'm quite thankful you did.
Save it, Traft. We're not done here yet.
No. Where'd Dradio go? I couldn't have lost her.
Behind you!
Huh? My gun!
Without a gun, you cops are all the same. Helpless.
End of the line, Dradio. Put that egg down and get those hands over your head.
My, how the tables have turned.
You think you've won?
Behind her back, she's reaching for something. It's a gun!
Watch out for the egg!
Be careful!
If she drops it!
I got her!
Off me!
No! The egg!
Damn it!
All right, lady. You're under arrest.
Watch it with those handcuffs. I'll have your badge for excessive force.
Sheesh.
I think that's a good look for you, Dradio.
No! The egg! It shattered!
How can a solid gold egg shatter?
Look there. It's hollow. And there's something inside.
Don't touch that!
It's a micro data drive.
What about the egg? It was a fake?
You brainless twit. The real Dromore egg was lost decades ago.
Then, all this time, people believe this replica was the real thing?
It was identical, right down to the smallest detail. Even the weight was exact, despite being hollow.
So that's why you were so hung up on getting this egg back from Traft. You were using it to hide this data drive. I'm sure looking forward to seeing what's on it.
Don't be stupid. My lawyers will have me out within hours.
Something tells me that won't be happening this time. Take her to the cruiser, rookie.
Come on, lady.
Well, all's well that ends well. Oh, Lance Traft really came through, huh? If it weren't for me, you'd never have apprehended Dradio.
Not the way I see it. You never had any evidence, did you? It was all part of your scheme to use the PCPD for protection. Then, once you got the opportunity, you'd cut and run, retrieve the egg, and hightail it out of the city. But after the highway attack, you got scared and decided to change the plan. That sound about right?
Even if that were so, you've got nothing on me, darling. I'm a victim here.
Right. And what about everything you stole?
Items that were already stolen? Keep in mind, Dradio got them all back when her goons plundered my hideouts, and those items were never reported stolen, after all. Hey! What are you doing?
You falsified information claiming you had crucial evidence to an ongoing investigation.
Wait a second!
Filing a false report is a misdemeanor. Depending on the severity and impact of the case, it could even be regarded as a felony. And worse yet, lying in an affidavit is perjury.
Hold on, let's not do anything in haste!
Come on, Lance. This time we'll make sure you arrive at your destination safely.
Well done, officers! That data drive you recovered had enough dirt on Dradio to expose the entire crime syndicate. Transactions on illegal business dealings, encrypted net mail records regarding mob hits, evidence of blackmail, extortion, arson, the list goes on.
No wonder Dradio was so eager to get the egg back. Not such a safe place to hide it after all, huh?
So tell me, Chief, even with all that evidence, is it enough to put her behind bars for good? Or will her lawyers be able to screw us over again?
Even the best paid lawyers in the world won't be able to work her out of this one.
It's such a damn shame we had to let Traft walk.
It was worth it for his cooperation. Traft's testimony regarding the highway attack and Dradio's attempt on his life will be useful in court. Besides, from now on, we'll keep a close eye on him, should he decide to resume his criminal activities.
You know, if Traft hadn't stolen the egg in the first place, we'd never have found the data drive. Sure, he lied about having the evidence on her, but in the end, we wound up getting everything we needed to bring her down, right?
Yeah, let's not go pinning a medal on him anytime soon. The guy's still a crook.
Hello, Chief? Have you seen Officer Wynter? There you are, Madison! I've been trying to contact you!
What are you talking about, Sera? Why didn't you just reach me on my IDOC?
I tried! You weren't responding!
That's ridiculous.
Madison, look! Your IDOC's missing!
Why, that son of a... Traft must have taken it! The slimy little...
Officer Wynter, please calm down, I'm sure.
Theft of police property! That's a good enough reason to bring the scumbag in, right? I'll even throw the book at him! Come on, rookie, let's go!
Hang on, Madison! I'm coming!
I get my hands on him...
Danger Zone 1. Read the webcomic at www.dangerzone1.com.